The very stern and serious headmistress of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, Professor McGonagall, finally has an echo. Based on the description, it says Headmistress McGonagall can provide review sessions on the spells you've used. McGonagall records the last 2 spell cards you used. Unforgivable curses excluded. Placing a review session card on top of your draw pile. Play the card to replay the recorded spell cards. The MP cost of the review session card is 1/3 of the total MP cost of the recorded cards. Its level is set by the average level of your deck. So how this echo works is that whenever you cast a spell, McGonagall saves that spell. This is except for summons and unforgivable curses. Obscurus will work though, since it's a dark spell, but not an unforgivable curse. You'll see it with a cat icon on top of your character. After you cast 2 spells, McGonagall creates a new card which casts both of the saved spells. The spell it casts has a cost of the total of the 2 original spells divided by 3. The spell level of the card is the average card level of your deck. Now, since the echo saves spells that you use, you generally want to have combo spells as part of your deck. For example, Whizbangs and Inflatus cards, Incarcerus and Confringo, a Pugno and Broomstick, or a Pugno and Obscurus. That way you can cast these combo cards with just 1 cast once you've successfully saved them. Prior Incantado also works really well since the echo also saves the spell you cast with Prior Incantado. It will take Prior Incantado's casting cost as well, and not the original casting cost of the spell. I would try and avoid using the standard book of spells for this echo since it could ruin a card combo that you're wanting to save. Also, even if it gives you 2 as the casting cost of the card, it uses the original casting cost for the calculation of the MP cost for the review session. As for companions, most of them don't really affect the review session, so you'll mostly want to take advantage of the fact that you're going to be casting a lot of spells with this echo. So cards like Hermione, Dumbledore, and Luna won't necessarily buff the review sessions, but will boost the cards you save to cast in the review session. Now, when you use Hermione with the review session card, she'll only cast the first spell you saved in the review session. For example, you have an Incarcerus and Confringo card saved in the review session. In that order, Hermione will only cast Incarcerus when you use the review session card. Young Hermione can help make storing spells a lot faster since she'll reduce the cost of spells in your hand, but remember that she can also ruin combos because she can give you spell cards that you may not need for your combos. What can be confusing about this deck is keeping track of when you get a review session card and which spells have been stored. This is because after you cast the first 2 cards that you saved, you have to cast an in-between card to get the review session card. That in-between card gets saved as the first card in the next review session. So let's take a look at this. So you first cast a Pugno, then cast Obscurus. That will create the review session card. This card doesn't automatically go into your hand, but to the top of the draw pile. So you still have to cast another spell before you get it. Since it takes 3 spells before you get your review card, it's easy to forget that you're already saving the second card for your combo after you get the review session card. Although that can be confusing, I still wouldn't consider this a very difficult echo to use, simply because it actually makes it easier to cast card combos. If you normally find it hard to time the Inflatus Whizbang combo, this echo lets you cast the combo in just 1 cast. For more experienced players though, this now allows you to cast triple combos, like Incarcerus, Incendio, Confringo. That's not a thing, I'm just saying this makes those possible now. All in all, the McGonagall Echo is great from beginners to more experienced players. Getting to cast 2 spells at the same time is always a good thing. More advanced players though can take advantage of using more advanced combos with this echo. So I hope to see more awesome combos from people using this echo. And until next time, fellow mages, see you in the wizarding world.